execution is key for the company in the next 6 to 9 months.
So, Steve, where are we now, or where is the market when you talk to investors in terms of getting a sense of where EV demand is in the U.S. and then maybe globally?
Well, EV demand is waning. I think the interest rate is not helping. It's they're looking to, as you know, the Fed's probably not going to cut rates anytime soon in the next couple of months, next quarter or so. So that's going to continue to weigh on big purchases like automobiles. We're seeing that across the board in the U.S. as well as in China. China's a little bit worse for Tesla because there's so much new competition there. But sales is slowing for GM. Sales is slowing for Ford. Ford just had to cut production of their Lightning, recently announced about a couple of weeks ago. So I think this year will be tough for the industry. We probably won't see any improvement until, as far as I'm concerned, 2026.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that pushes it way out. Here was interesting headline, too, Paul, to your point, is that Reuters is reporting that BP is cutting over 100 jobs in its electric vehicle charging unit. And we all talk about how we really need chargers to deal with the range anxiety. And now you have a big player here shedding some jobs in its EV charging unit. Steve, why 2026? Why is it going to take that long?
Yeah, I think what the market, the EV market is facing today is that we had early adopters, especially on the high end. They're pretty much tapped out. They can buy only so many. The market is relatively smaller than the mass market. I'm looking at 2026 because if you look at the Inflation Reduction Act, it's bringing in onshoring a lot of the EV battery production in the U.S. Hopefully it will cut costs. And at the same time, in 2026, we're looking at more affordable EVs coming into the market. That's going to expand the addressable market for EVs. And that's why we're thinking, 2026 will probably be a better time for the EV market than it is today.
So how about profitability in that scenario, Steve? It's tough to make an argument that these EVs can be profitably manufactured at a higher price point. How are they going to adjust their cost structure to be profitable at maybe a lower price point? I don't know, $30,000 or something like that.
That's a good question. I think if you look at the EV startups in the U.S., the only one that's really still profitable is Tesla. You saw Fisker being delisted. There's risk of them filing bankruptcy. Both Lucid and Rivian will need billions of dollars just to get them through the next couple of years. We're not sure if they're going to get that money given the slowdown in the EV market. But on the bright side, I think Tesla is still generating cash. They're making some of the cuts today, I think, really to maintain cash generation so they can continue to invest for the long term. Mm-hmm. For them, I think what's really important for them is the AI, the FSD, the full self-driving systems that they're trying to build out. That's going to be the future of the automotive industry. It's really those software-based subscriptions that's going to drive revenue, not so much of the automaking. So if they're trying to get there, trying to maintain cash, maintain some level of profitability to make those investments to get them there.
Interesting. I was thinking about self-driving as I was coming up the Taconic, or going down the Taconic yesterday, and I was like, would I want to be in a self-driving car right now in the Taconic? I don't know the answer to that.
You were driving?
I was driving, and I was like, I don't know, man. I think I want to trust myself behind the wheel. Anyway, before we let you go, Steve, let's go to the SVP departing. So Drew Baglino, he leaving the company, as I mentioned, senior vice president. Who is he? Do we care? Like how big a deal he was in Tesla? What did he do? Walk us through it.
Yeah, we do care. He's I think he's also the face of Tesla. Looks like to be the right-hand person for Elon Musk. So it's a big loss for the company, no doubt about it. But he's a powertrain engineer for the most part, energy engineer. So he's really involved in the battery. If you saw him on Battery Day, I think if you look at Tesla and what Elon Musk have been saying about Tesla's future, which is on AI, which is on full self-driving, Is it a big loss? I mean, you can argue that, hey, you know, Tesla is moving on to the next phase. It's not about building the motors, not about building the batteries. They've gone through that process over the past 15, 18 years. You know, I think, you know, looking forward, they probably need more people around, you know, AI, you know, development algorithms for the future of the car.